Captain, can we 86 the flags, please?
No. The flags allow me to podcast anywhere. We keep the flags.
Sorry, Captain.
You can call me Francisco.
Roy?
No. Francisco. On episode 342 of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Retro systems online. Reflux capacitor fluxing. Scanning room space-time for The Princess Diaries, 2001. Rewinding in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, Rewinders and new listeners to the Retro Rewind podcast, where we take a fresh look at movies and games from 15 or more years ago. I'm your captain of the pod, Francisco Ruiz, and I'm joined by your XO and mine, Paul, the PaulJPowers.com. Maybe he's from Genovia. Who knows, Powers?
Hey, Francisco, I must say I'm impressed with your impersonation there of, who was that,
Hector
Joe?
Elizondo.
Hector Elizondo.
Yeah.
Elizondo, yeah.
Can you say, I have never put on pantyhose before, but it sounds dangerous?
I've never put on pantyhose before, but it sounds dangerous.
Cool. Sounds a little Asian in there, but that's fine.
Oh my gosh. I have never put on pantyhose before, but it sounds dangerous.
I don't know who got
Sponsored
it.
by PaulJPowers.com.
It sounds like you're kind of doing Splinter channeling Joe.
That's exactly
Splinter and Joe fused.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, we're also, in addition to Paul, we're also glad to have back for the Princess Diaries, our administration officer of the pod, Ashley Ruiz. Hey, Ashley.
Aloha all.
Hola, Ashley.
Aloha.
And also for this discussion, we welcome back aboard archives officer of the pod, Celeste Mora. Hey, Celeste.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Indeed, it's been a minute. And now that you have a quick flyby of who we all are, Paul, can you give us a quick overview of the production specs for The Princess Diaries?
All right, here we go. Sure thing. The Princess Bride was released September 18th, 1987.
I've been looking forward to this one. Here we go.
I know.
Yes. Keep going. Yes.
Premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. It's rated PG, and it runs an hour and 38 minutes. It's directed by Rob Reiner, and
of course,
written by William Goldman.
Yeah.
And with lead stars being Carrie Elwes,
Robin Wright,
Mandy Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin.
Yeah, and a few others you may or may not recognize.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't take over your role, Paul. You're doing fantastic.
I was
Continue.
going to say, guys, did I watch
You ready
the
for the
wrong
box
movie?
office trivia?
Oh, wait. What movie did you watch, Ashley?
I watched something that came out in 2001. It was directed by Gary Marshall. It's called The Princess Diaries. Did I get the wrong memo?
Hold on. Let me check my manifest here. Paul, it's a Princess Diaries. Ashley's right. What are you doing?
Oh, thank God. We're not supposed to review that one. All right, let's go back. All right. The Princess Diaries was released July 29th, 2001. It runs an hour and 55 minutes, and it was rated G. I didn't think they could make G movies anymore. It was directed by Gary Marshall and written by Meg Cabot and Gina Wendkos, with lead stars being Julie Andrews, Anne Hathaway, and Hector Elizondo. When the music was composed by John Debney. You ready for the box office trivia?
I am ready. Celeste and Ashley, are you both ready?
Aye,
Awesome.
Captain.
Aye.
And anyone in chat, you're welcome to join in as well. Go for it, Paul.
All right, listen up, people. The Princess Diaries was made for about $30 million and earned over $165 million at the box office.
Well done.
Dang, that's an ROI.
Yeah. So given this fact, how high in the box office do you think it ranks among the movies released theatrically in 2001?
All right. Let's start with Ashley. What is your guess?
My gosh. I'm trying to remember any movies that came out in 2001.
It's kind of hard.
That is.
I know Spider-Man that we've covered on the podcast. I think that's like number one.
No, Harry Potter was.
I was gonna say, probably a Harry Potter. This movie came out when I was 14, so.
Okay, yeah, because was that the Two Towers year?
No, that was Fellowship.
Fellowship
okay.
of the Rings.
Really, Harry Potter beat Fellowship? All right, fine.
It would. Let's just say blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go with like 14. We'll go with 14 because I was 14 when this movie came out. 14 when I saw it, and it did well, but I don't think it would have been in the top 10.
All right.
Given some of the contenders it was up against.
Celeste, do you think it'd be in the top 10?
I think it's going to be at least in the top 10, probably lower top 10, because that year, 2001 was apparently a good year.
Yeah.
So what is your guess?
8.
8. All right.
That's high praise.
That is high praise. We have several in chat. Cellcast says 10. Mary Kay Kronberg says 19. Rushmore says 5. Hafner says for him 21, and his wife says 2. King Amos says 2 Towers in 2001. Joke as well. What do you want from me, Amos?
Oh my! My mom guessed 19, which was how old Anne Hathaway was.
Oh, interesting.
When they made this movie.
Good guesses, guys. I'm gonna lowball though and go for, let's see, how old was I in 2001? I was
old.
Wow, I was only like 20.
But people thought you were a 45-year-old terrorist.
Oh my god. Those beard pics have not been released to the public. Okay, let's go with 25 for me. All right. So, Paul, where did it actually end up?
Well, according to the-numbers.com, it came in at 27.
Dang. Vindication.
The terrorist wins.
I'm not married to a terrorist.
Oh my gosh.
No, he quit that job before he got married.
Oh my gracious.
Wow. Swear your secrecy, PaulGPirates.com.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my. But thank you for those factoids, Paul. And let's see if any of them factor into our memory mind meld or subsequent roundtable discussion, which we'll get into once Alice is located our target film.
Alert. Alert. Target located. Spoilers incoming. Establishing analysis vector.
Mia dreamed of something more.
This is as good as it's gonna get.
But Destiny had even bigger plans.
You are Princess of Genovia.
Me?
From the director of Pretty Woman,
Just in case I'm not enough of a freak, let's add a tiara.
it's up to her to make her dreams come true.
Do you think she can do it?
A toast.
Disney's The Princess Diaries, rated G, starts Friday, August 3rd.
Yes, Friday, August 3rd. Of course we remember that. Of course we do. At least we remember maybe some things that trailer brought to mind. But let's see what we all collectively remembered from our memory mind mode synopsis of The Princess Diaries. Fair warning. This only comes from 2 of us. You have to guess which 2. All right, here we go. Ella Enchanted, oh my gosh, is an awkward teen, and little does she know, but she is secretly a princess of a plot-contrived European nation. Maria von Trapp tells her she needs to decide if she wants to rule this small nation, but before she makes her decision, she needs to take princess lessons. But the Oscar winner does what anyone in their right mind would do. She runs. Like most coming-of-age female protagonists, Christian Bale's Catwoman is an awkward and clumsy princess in training. She embarrasses her fake European country at their state dinner and further humiliates herself and her family when a paparazzi posts embarrassing photos of her at a beach party where a Backstreet Boy kisses her. Was that Backstreet Boy? Overwhelmed by having to give a public statement, Fantine runs away because she's miserable until she finds a plot device letter from her father that changes her mind about being a princess. She struggles to balance the responsibilities and decisions that come with that and ultimately end up becoming graceful like her grandmother, Mary Poppins. Finally, Mia proclaims herself a princess and later visits a fictionalized nation via private plane. Wow. I'd say those memories are deceptive, clearly.
I feel like that was the plot of the movie, though.
It was a Backstreet Boy clone. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
He was a Backstreet Boy clone.
Everything else was 100% spot on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, totally. Catwoman was in this. Yeah, Mary Poppins.
Yeah, Fantine. I mean, the Academy Award thing was true.
Who won that? Julie Andrews?
Anne Hathaway did.
What'd she win it for?
Fantine.
Les Mis.
Les Mis.
Yeah, you guys say Les Miserables. Blah, blah, blah.
Les Miserables.
Those miserable people.
Les Miserables. There you go.
As deceptive as those memories were, based on them, what reign did they lead you to predict for this film before you rewatched it or watched it for the first time? Classic, nostalgic, or tragic? Let's start with Celeste this time. What was your prediction for The Princess Diaries?
I predicted classic.
Classic. Ashley, how about you?
I predicted classic. It's been probably about a decade since I've seen this movie. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I remember seeing it in theaters. Mm-hmm. I remember owning it on DVD. Mm-hmm. Rose-colored glasses, I think, but classic.
Okay. Paul, how about you? And when was the last time you saw this movie?
I have never seen this movie before a few days.
Get off this podcast.
And since then, I've watched it 3 times.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And there's 2 commentaries. So,
oh, really? That's cool.
No, I didn't watch it 3 times because I just love this and I had to watch it again. It's just for research. But we'll get to how much I liked it. But before watching it 3 times in the past 3 days, I predicted, honestly, it's been on my radar to oh, that looks interesting, but it's never been high up. So I was going to predict tragic, but it did get a sequel. So I predicted nostalgic.
All right. Nostalgic for you. For me, I never had any interest in watching this movie. Tragic was my prediction.
No. Not a surprise from Captain Tragic, a tragic to match his name.
You can only say I'm that if I give it a tragic for my final rank.
I know I'm predicting that right now, so I'm going to call you that throughout the episode because that's how confident I am.
Spoilers. Okay, anyway, it'll be interesting to see if those predictions come true. But first, let's get into the things we liked most about The Princess Diaries. I'll spin up our
best bits.
Yes, our best bits of The Princess Diaries. Our best bits and this live stream is brought to you by PaulJPowers.com.
Simply one of the best things one can do, whether you represent an entire country or simply streaming a podcast, is to be sponsored by PaulJPowers.com.
Indeed. I think so. That's very true.
Yeah, Julie Andrews said it right. I mean...
It's amazing how Paul has so many connections to get like Julie Andrews, Splinter, all the people. Anyway, let's begin with our guest for the things. One thing you liked about this film. Let's start with Ashley. What's one thing you liked about The Princess Diaries?
Oh my goodness. I love the character of Joe. I think he's just so great. Hector Elizondo knocks it out of the park. Being this limo driver, security expert, just relating to Mia and being able to kind of translate her to Clarice because she has never met her granddaughter. She doesn't really have the greatest relationship with her. And it's been a very long time since she was coming of age herself. So he's just funny. He's charming. He's such a good character. He's well written, and my gosh, he's great.
Yeah, totally. Curious. I am at points if I find a bridge or a connection, I'm going to ask if you've seen Pretty Woman.
Yes.
Do you prefer a element that's similar in Pretty Woman to this? So for Hector Elizondo, do you prefer him as Joe or as the concierge in Pretty Woman?
I prefer him as Joe. I like him as the concierge in Pretty Woman, but I like this movie more than Pretty Woman. And he's even a fun character in Runaway Bride. Pretty much any character he plays.
Too?
Yes, he's in every single one of pretty much every single one of Gary Marshall's movies.
Cool.
They were friends, and he always wrote in a part for him. So nice. He's charming in pretty much every. I haven't seen a Hector Elizondo role that I haven't liked.
Nice, Celeste. Maybe it was a character or something else about the movie that really charmed you about it.
I was going to say that the character of Joe was one of my best bits, but I'll shift that to I really enjoyed the relationship between Joe and Queen Clarice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it was kind of a nod to the older people in the room over the age of 13 going, hey, here's a storyline for you too.
Whoa. I don't think anyone over the age of 13 watched this movie when it came out.
Oh, yes, they have. Yes,
my mom did.
Okay.
My mom did too.
So do you think they were together or not together?
Oh, definitely.
I think they were starting to get together.
Yeah.
That's how I read it.
He was fond of her.
Yeah.
And she was and her husband had passed in the last year or two. And she didn't have eyes for anyone but him. But, Joe's been there.
I thought it was her son that passed.
Both died.
Oh,
both
that's
died.
right. That's right.
Her
it was
son
2
died
years and then 2 months for the son. That's right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I got a little confused because I thought, didn't your husband just die?
Nope.
No, but yeah, he had died a while ago before.
2 years and the clock is ticking, dude.
Yeah. It's like 60 minutes.
Oh, my word.
No, just kidding.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, that was a cute burgeoning romance for sure. Or maybe a romance already. Paul, what really romanced you about this movie?
The setting, I thought it was great to see San
Francisco, that's fun to say. Francisco.
In the city there of San
Francisco.
Great shots of the city. The setting.
Francisco.
Are we done?
No, we can go more if you want.
Okay. Because the saying of San Francisco, you really appreciate.
I thought it was cool. I know the book was set in New York, but it's
really?
Yep.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting to see San Francisco. I mean, it's in some movies, but not in a lot. So it's good to get around movie wise when you're traveling through the
movie space-time continuum.
Speaking of that, I think it would have been great if the thing that actually knocked the trolley off its track was Nick Cage driving a yellow Ferrari. I think that would have been epic. And then they hit the Mustang, and then that's when...
So did you know there is a Nick Cage connection to this movie?
Yes. Ashley actually told me about it, but I'll let her go ahead and say it.
His cousin's in this movie. He plays Michael.
It's nephew.
His nephew. Okay, nephew.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be credited as a Cage, but they had already produced a first cut of the movie, and he was credited as his birth name, and he was too late.
Yeah. They'd already done the promotional stuff.
Yep. So he was out, and this is his only movie role.
Oh,
so Francisco, do you know who his brother is?
I do.
Who's Nick Cage's brother?
No. What's his name? Something. Which?
Jason Schwartzman.
Michael?
Jason Bateman.
Not Bateman.
So Robert Schwartzman is the actor's name. So do you know his brother's name by the same last name?
No, that last name sounds familiar, but I don't.
His name is Jason, isn't it? And
yeah.
He's an actor. And
Didn't I say Jason Schwartzman?
You did, but you said the wrong name for the wrong person. But yes, Jason Schwartzman, and he's in your formerly favorite movie.
Oh, you don't like Scott Pilgrim anymore?
No, the Netflix series ruined it for me.
Interesting.
We're getting way in the weeds of
let's talk about that.
Let's bring it back to Princess Bride.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, here we go again.
The Princess Diaries. Wow.
Darn.
With something I liked, and actually, I thought you were going to speak to this, Celeste, but you were talking about two other characters. I just really liked how Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews played off each other as grandmother and granddaughter. Especially for not having met, I felt like it was a very authentic sort of meeting for the first time, knowing that you're supposed to have these familiar connections, but not necessarily knowing the person, and then still having that sort of very vague trust, and then that building and becoming a really sweet, just familial relationship. So I thought that was well played by both of them. Let's see. Celeste, what was something else you thought was well done in this movie?
I really enjoyed the writing in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job of creating scenarios for people to play off each other. And also just some of the lines are so great. Specifically for Joe.
Yes. Yeah, he had the best ones.
He did.
He had the best ones, but there were just some really good lines that, and I can't think of them at the moment because I didn't write them down. But legitimately,
That was happening to me too. Yeah.
there are some of them that I quote regularly.
Oh, really?
And I don't necessarily realize that I'm quoting it. If that makes sense. It's just such a part of my vernacular that it doesn't occur to me that it's from a movie.
This is a non-riot hearse. If there were a hearse, if it were a hearse, there would be silence in the back.
That was really good. Yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Awesome. Ashley, what's something that you quote a lot, or it's just something you like about this film?
Oh, I don't quote anything from this movie.
I quote Anna, Falana, Banana, Bandana, Montana. Anyway, go ahead.
That was funny also. Yeah.
All of them rhyming with Anna isn't really rhyming now, is it? But
isn't it?
It kind of is, but it's kind of lame in a way. But that is not something that made my like list. Okay. But I will say the writing did stick with me. I liked the silliness that we had, like just how the writers just really played up a lot of different things, and just the general silliness that we get at the state dinner when Mia's in her first like formal princess duty, and it's just so over the top and zany. And then we get the touching moments where she's making connections with people, and she's kind of just really going through it, like right before the ending, and she's just in the car by herself. Like the writing just takes us through this couple of weeks where she's learning to be a princess, and it does a great job because we've got the quote worthiness, we've got the silliness, we've got the touch, the warm fuzzy feelings that we get when the characters relate to one another. So the writing did an excellent job.
I will say, and this didn't make my dislike list, so I was just saying now, I thought it was a little weird that one Asian statesman was all of a sudden some fruit hits the painting and he's like, this is the funniest thing ever. Yeah. Everyone laugh. I thought that was a little silly, but okay.
Yeah, I mean,
on the whole, I agree with you. The Ryan, I think, is done.
It's good. It tells a good story.
Let's see. Paul, what's something you liked?
I liked the letter that she received from her dad where it talks about,
look, sir, it's a Y.
It's the letter, and now the letter says the thing that we've heard all, just ad nauseum, that courage is not the absence of fear. But I liked how it went on and said, but rather the judgment that something is more important than fear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I thought that was really good and really good to remember.
Absolutely, yeah. On the complete flip side of that, something else I liked was Paulo. I forget who he's played by, but he's someone else that's in a lot of Gary Marshall movies. He felt like a Franck from The Father of the Bride.
The hairdresser guy.
Yes, the hairdresser guy.
Oh, he's better in the second movie.
Yes, the whole moose thing, I think.
Yeah,
but I enjoyed what he brought to the film. He brought a lot of levity, which I appreciated, and so he's just someone I liked. It's
like film. You broke my glasses, you broke my brush.
Yeah, exactly. And I appreciate that he came clean about he is the one that said, I was for my ego. I just had to everyone. I just wanted everyone to know that I was the one that made the princess.
The hair was mine. Yes. The beauty was mine. There was no money. Well, there was a little money. And he does such a good job with that delivery.
Absolutely.
Really? Because I thought half of it was funny. The other half was just way too over the top.
Yeah, there's a lot of over the topness in this movie.
All right.
Yeah, we'll get more to that later.
What took you over the top, PaulJPowers.com, in terms of you liked it so much it became your classic maker?
Really the cast and the two main characters of Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews, I thought was the best part of this movie.
Shut up.
So
shut up.
Beg your pardon.
They were both delightful to watch whenever they were on screen.
Not as delightful as my classic maker, Hector Elizondo, but we've already talked a lot about him already. He was my classic maker, though. Loved a lot of the lines that we talked about. He was. I just really, I wanted more of him on screen. Wow. It could have been the Hector Diaries instead, and I think I would have been more happy.
I thought he was fine. He wasn't. Anyway, I didn't think he was as screen captivating, for at least for me, for Julia or Anne.
That's why he's my classic maker, not yours, Paul.
Oh, sorry.
Celeste, what thing did you love most about The Princess Diaries?
I loved Julie Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
She brought a magic to every scene she was in.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And she does this when in any movie that I've seen her in, where she just brings this. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's almost like a whimsy that I associate with all of her movies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I say all of her movies. I think off the top of my head, I can name 4.
Okay.
And one of them is this movie. But it's just something I associate with her, that she has this very regal bearing, even when she's not playing a queen.
Yeah. Let's see. I wonder if these are the same 4 that you would name. I could name Sound of Music, Mary Poppins, Princess Diaries 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And Shrek.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah, she's in Shrek, right?
Yes, she is.
I don't think she's in the first Shrek, but she's in she's in the sequels. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Very good. Very good. Ashley, I'm very curious. Did Julie Andrews make your classic maker, or was it something else?
Well, Julie Andrews was one half of my classic maker. We had already spoken about just the dynamics between Julie Andrews and Anne Hathaway, and just how believable they are as grandmother and granddaughter. And you see them meeting for the first time and the progression of their relationship over this like 3-week period of time when she's getting the princess lessons, and it's just so believable as they grow closer to one another, and they just have this on-screen chemistry more so than literally any other characters have with anybody else. They're really the dynamic duo of this movie, and it's just so incredibly wonderful, and it gives me warm and fuzzies because I love a good granddaughter, and it's just, oh man, I just want a big hug after I get done watching them because it's just so sweet.
Yeah, they definitely carry this movie.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely.
Not as much as Hector Elizondo, but whatever.
I beg your pardon.
All right, guys. Well, those are the things we liked most and loved about The Princess Diaries. So now that we've talked about those things, let's talk about something that you might not know about The Princess Diaries. Let's go to some trivia about the film. And today's trivia is brought to you in
Edna mode.
A lot of Edna mode there.
Yes. And today's trivia about the movie is brought to you by Geek Devotions. Geek Devotions is a collaboration of devoted geeks that are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. They produce a weekly geek culture-infused devotional, their podcast, Com Talk, and written articles all designed to encourage and challenge people in the geek community, bridging the gap between their faith and their geekdoms. Find all their content at geekdevotions.com.
Now we know. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Geek Devotions.
That's what I should have done. Yes. Francisco. Dropping the ball. Yeah. So, did you all realize, again, trivia sponsored by Geek Devotions, when Mia accidentally sets the man's arm on fire in the state dinner, the flames were supposed to go out when he puts his arm in the ice bucket, but they didn't. Anne Hathaway panicked and threw the glass of water on it, which was not scripted. Good thing that wasn't alcohol, because that would have made things way worse.
Kaboom.
Exactly. But with that bit of trivia in mind.
Hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
If a part of you has ever been on fire, how did that happen? Share that story. But if not, when was the closest you ever got to being caught on fire? Let's start with Paul.
I have never been technically on fire. The closest that I have gotten is I was preparing for a cookout, one of those barbecue pits where I put a lot of like kerosene on it, and it wasn't like a gas one. It was like a manual one, whatever you call it. Anyway, a lot of kerosene, and it wasn't lighting. So I put more kerosene. It wasn't lighting. So I put more and more. And all of a sudden when it did finally light, a big fireball went up in the air kind of a thing. Now I didn't catch on fire, but the hairs on my knuckles and fingers got singed, and you could smell it. It is like the worst smelling smell you could. They say like burnt flesh is like one of the worst smells ever, and I could attest. Like, it smells horrid.
Ugh, man. Okay. I'd say very good, but that's not very good. I guess it's good that you didn't get burned. For real. Yeah. Ashley, how about you?
Okay. Similarly to Paul, there was this time that I went camping up in Lake Placid when I was in my early 20s. Mm-hmm. And we were lighting a fire, and I put a lot of lighter fluid on it.
Oh, okay.
And took a match. I was standing a little too close to the fire, lit the match, and then dropped it into the fire, and it went poof. And I swear, like, it almost singed my eyebrows off, and it was this big blaze. It didn't get me, but it put the fear of God into me, and it was so scary.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got one other story when I was making what do they call it? Funnel cake. I was making funnel cake on the stovetop when I was like 14, and I started a grease fire. And it was just big and massive, and oh my gosh, it almost got my sleeve, and it was really, really bad. And I honestly didn't know how to put it out. I was worried like the whole house was going to catch on fire because we had an electric stovetop and there was a grease fire. It's like you can't really use water on it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember, is it baking soda or baking powder that makes it go, that like sends it down?
Smother it out.
No, so it turns out baking powder will
make
explode.
it go pow.
It makes it go pow.
Yeah,
baking soda will drink it out.
Yeah, puts the pow in powder. So yeah, I chose the right one, and I was able to get the fire out. Yeah. But I was alone. I was 14, just making it myself. I'm like, what crazy idea did I have to do that?
More importantly, why have I not been made funnel cake?
I don't have any funnel cake mix. Buy me mix and I'll make you funnel cake.
Oh, it's like a special mix to make it. I didn't realize.
Yeah, I don't have a recipe for funnel cake.
First,
I don't make you enough.
You have to get a bunch of funnels and make a cake out of them.
Actually makes me plenty of things. But before we get to Celeste, Mary Kay in chat says, my friend's hair caught on fire during a concert from a candle during the concert and cringed her hair. Singed her hair.
Singed her hair. Oh my gosh.
Man.
What concert was that? Dang it.
Celeste, let's go with you last. What have you ever caught on fire?
I have not caught on fire, but I have caught my kitchen on fire.
Oh no.
So it was it's actually happened a couple times, but the one in particular, I was doing something I was frying something, and it splashed, the grease splashed onto our gas stove, and it went woof, and Dallas was in the next room, and I just in panic couldn't think of words, and so I was like, and he's like, what? And I was like, and pointing to it, and then about the time he got into the kitchen, I managed to say the word fire, and he took our whole thing of flour and just threw it at the
nice
thing. So flour also works for grease fires.
Mm-hmm. I wish my 14-year-old self knew that.
Fire bad.
Fire bad indeed. Oh my gosh.
Great trivia, Francisco.
Thank you, Paul.
And I would ask you about you, but you said that Celeste was the last one. So
I'll share. I've been on fire plenty of times when I played an NBA Jam. He's on fire.
Yeah.
I've never been on fire. Okay, let's continue on.
All right, you suck at NBA Jam. And now that we've all had some...
That means I'm good at NBA Jam.
Right. All that pus, right. Let's find out what memories you, the Rad Rewinders, had about the Princess Diaries.
Okay, so first from FireDroidStudios.com, Guidance says, just watched this a couple of weeks ago and enjoyed the movie overall. I like Anne Hathaway playing Mia. She's kind, awkward, but lovable. Not sure what she sees in Josh. Is Josh the Backstreet Boy wannabe or the
Backstreet Boy clone?
Okay.
Yeah.
What she sees in Josh, but we've all done stupid things when we think we're in love. Julie Andrews is a perfect fit for someone being royalty and does it charmingly. Excuse me. I love the scenes when she does what's best for Mia and just be being a grandmother to her. But my standout of this movie has to be Hector Elizondo. Exactly, a true gentleman who you can count on. He's super supportive to me and very smooth with Clarice. Plus, I remember him from Beverly Hills Cop 3. Oh, wow, okay. Mandy Moore does a good job of playing someone you don't root for in high school. Hashtag Lana got coned.
Yep.
I guess.
Lana got coned.
You don't remember that?
That's right. That's her name. Okay. Yeah. Forgot to add, I thought it was pretty cool to have Anne Hathaway's dad play as her father in the movie. Yeah, that's true. It was her actual dad that was at the Riverside or wherever Ryan let her. It's a cool nod and must have been special for both of them.
Cool. And finally from Facebook, we have Celeste Mora. Oh, she's right here.
She's right here.
But she says there, this might be the second one, but the quote, I look like a moose. And another quote, yes, make all the boy moose go mwah.
Yeah.
I look like a moose, but a very cute moose. Make all the boy moose go That's the second
That's
one.
exactly.
Yeah, but that one's from the second one. It's still good though.
Stephen Forrester says, so many quotable lines from this movie. If Brooke Shields married Groucho Marx, that child would have your eyebrows. You broke my glasses. You broke my brush. I'm invisible and I'm what? I'm invisible and I'm wet. Me, a princess? Shut up. This is one of the... Oh, exactly. This was one of the elite few teen date comedies I actually saw growing up. I missed most of the others, but really enjoyed this one. Still a favorite. Had I been a guest on the pod for this one, it would have been a classic for me.
Deborah Powers. Hey, that's my mom.
Oh my gosh.
She says, it was better than I thought it would be. I love the scene with Chris Pine and the fountain. Maybe that was the second one?
That was the second one.
Apparently lots of people are getting decepted with their memories of Princess Diaries 1 and 2.
I mean, yeah.
Jeremy Shields says, I remember seeing the trailer and my friend loudly proclaimed, whoa, at the transformation. I found it predictable. I only watched it once. All right, fair.
Kristen Rich Victor left a gif of it saying, me, a princess?
Shut up.
And David Bobo Bobke says, I sure haven't seen it. He said, I sure haven't seen it. I see Larry Miller in the cast, and he's always good. And the cable car conductor was played by Milwaukee's own John McGurvin, who grew up one neighborhood away from me. Speaking of moving away, what elements of this movie do you wish could move far, far away from?
Larry Miller is Paulo, the hairdresser guy.
Fair.
For those people who didn't know.
Thank you. And I didn't. So thank you for letting me know that. That's who Larry Miller was. Thank you for sharing those memories all. And Bobo's memory definitely leads us in things we didn't like about the Princess Diaries. So Alice, get to our...
Worst woes.
And our worst woes of the Princess Diaries are sponsored by Captain Tragic himself, Francisco. You can join him in our Discord community at captaintragic.com/Discord. And if that doesn't work, go to firejoystudios.com/Discord.
Wow. I assure you that one will work.
Thank you, Paul. All right, guys. Yes, let's get into things we didn't like about the Princess Diaries. And let's begin with Ashley. What's one thing you didn't like about the Princess Diaries?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Was I the only one that didn't like Mia's mother?
I thought she was fine.
I didn't like her.
I will reserve my comments for later.
Okay, you'll reserve your comments for later. So
wow,
that tells me something.
In common.
Okay, so first off, her mom just for whatever reason was unsettling to me, just because the fact that she decided that I understand wanting to give as normal as a life as possible for your kid, but the fact that her daughter didn't even really know her dad, and then he passed away. They didn't really have any kind of a relationship. She didn't know her grandmother.
But he sent her presents.
It doesn't, and a letter every year. But honestly, the fact that her mother just kept her as far away from her father and grandmother, they didn't have to say, oh yeah, we're European royalty, but they could have had some kind of relationship, maybe writing more than just a letter a year, or maybe some phone calls or whatnot, or there's some visits, and it's just like, oh my goodness, how selfish are you? You're dating her teacher. You seem to not really care about her feelings, and it's just like, are you ready to uproot your life and move to Genovia if she does decide to be the actual crown princess? What?
It wasn't the actress that played her. It was how the character was written then.
Yeah, I just did not like how Mia's mother was portrayed just on film, because she just really came to me. She just struck me as selfish. I understand that she had nothing but the best intentions to raise her daughter normally and not have to deal with the limelight or just being a spoiled quote unquote princess. But my goodness, she made it so that Mia never really knew her dad. Well, because
well, hold on. Wait till you meet Lana.
Okay.
It frustrates me to no end, because it's important that children know both of their parents. It's like, I understand relationships don't always work out, but the fact that he went along with it too, it means like, he wasn't the greatest dad either, because he agreed to what this woman imposed upon him and his child.
I don't get the sense that was initially, part of me feels like it was imposed, like he would have wanted her to come with him.
Yeah, but he had duty to his nation, and I think he understood that. Yeah. But I don't think if he was really given much of a choice that he would have abandoned his daughter. I don't think he
liked his kid, because in his letter he said, I just know I always loved your mom. He didn't say I always loved you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
he didn't want anything to do with them. I think it's all him.
Oh, well,
I'm gonna blame the mom, because we get more screen time with her, and she's portrayed in person on just like a flashback scene from the letter writing. So yeah, based on how she handles everything, and she even mocks her daughter. I hope you get that foot popping kiss.
That's not a mock. I thought that was.
Oh, it felt like a mock. I just. And
I thought it was like a little tease, but not a mock. I thought she generally was rooting for her. It felt
like a mock. And the fact that she just goes and dates her teacher because it's like, oh, he has these 5 qualities and they're the only thing that matters. He doesn't.
In San Francisco.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, it makes you feel uncomfortable. Well, my feelings matter more than yours, my daughter. I care more about me than you.
It's like,
sorry.
It's like the girl is already a walking.
More. It's this that she can have her side too.
I just don't like her mom. Next.
Yeah. Next. All right. So, Celeste, what's your tragic maker for now?
Not tragic.
It's not my tragic maker.
I know.
Don't worry, Francisco. It gets worse.
It's all downhill from here.
You'll love it.
So
what do you mean I'll love it?
Captain Tragic.
Oh my God.
So this one is not really a big deal, but it bothers me, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
When they did the transformation, and as an adult, I understand that they went from the crazy curly frizzy hair to the straight hair, because that was Anne Hathaway's actual hair.
Yep.
But they straightened her hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
my wife had a problem with that too. Maybe it's the fact that she has hair like Anne's wig had hair at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and legitimately, like as a young teen, my hair was very similar to that because I didn't know how to take care of it. So in my brain, my 13-year-old self went, oh, I need to straighten my hair to make it look nice.
Yes. And that's what her point was. It's like, hey, what's wrong with wavy hair? You can make it right and have it more manageable, but the way they portrayed it, it's like it's not good.
It could definitely be more manageable. I have legitimately broken a brush in my hair because it's so thick and curly. And like when that scene happened, my mom and I were dying because it had happened like 2 weeks beforehand. But,
oh, really? Oh, wow.
Several of the bits in this movie where you're like, oh, this is so over the top. Like the kids sitting on her. I've had people not see me and sit on me because I was so quiet.
Really?
Like,
oh, wow.
I related, but it to me, it put in young girls' heads, mine specifically, but not just mine. It reinforced the idea that the straight hair was the only
acceptable
way for beauty. Not that straight hair is not beautiful. Right. Ashley, I love your hair, but
it's not technically straight. It just blow dried it straight. But no, you're absolutely right. It sends like a message like this is the only way in which you can be like royal and groomed. And honestly, Paolo, he knows how to brush hair. with curly hair, you never brush from the top down.
Right.
Never. You don't
ever.
do that. Of course, her hair took its vengeance on his brush. He was doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Don't I know it?
You don't dry brush curly hair.
Yeah.
It's like, really? At all. You just do not do it. Some hairdresser he is.
Yeah.
Well,
I bet he doesn't even know how to use a Flowbee.
I'm like, why did he not let her hair down to make it more manageable? Like, these are just standard things, but it's the overall, it pushed the narrative that you have to fit a certain mold.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be like the only way to be polished is to just like have this like perfectly coiffed hair. It's like, couldn't they have just gotten this really pretty like curly haired wig that's just like really refined and polished? Like she would have looked great.
Yeah.
Oh, she would have looked fabulous. But like I said, it's not a huge deal, but it's a big deal to me.
Yeah.
I will say on the flip side, if you have hair, I don't, then you should have it look like PaulJPowers.com hair, because that is quite the style. Very trim, handsome. He's ready to go to the beach. He's ready to go to a fashion show. That's the way you want your hair, gentlemen. All right.
Find more at PaulJPowers.com.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of Paul, what's something you didn't like?
The music in this movie, I thought the score was delightful by John Debney. It's the music with the words in it. I thought it dated this film. I thought this movie would have been more timeless if it just kept to the score of the orchestra score.
Because it's not really trying to be a timepiece. I mean,
but it ends up being one though because those songs are like top 2K.
Dates it in a bad way for me. Because
I could see that, because I feel like movies like Clueless, Can't Hardly Wait, I feel like the music dates it in a good way, which is kind of weird. I tend to agree with you here, Paul, about the music, the lyric, the jukebox part of this. I'm not sure what you call it.
Can I ask a question of either of you?
Did.
Do you think it dates it? Do you think it dates it in a bad way because you don't really care for pop music from the early 2000s?
I like songs, some pop music, from Mandy Moore and some of the Backstreet Boys.
I mean,
but
Backstreet Boys had a song in here.
Yes, that's why
I liked that song, but it was never really released as a single.
The songs that they chose weren't great songs.
No, they weren't. And I mean,
so it makes it doesn't elevate the movie. It makes it not as great as it could be.
It's like we didn't invest in the better songs, so it shows like we're not really investing in this movie as much as we probably should. That type of
Or it just is, or it's another way to alienate people because it's a certain type of poppy song. So if you don't like that genre, you're going to alienate those people.
Disney in
I think that they were just more trying to fit the feel of
this is why we review movies that are 15 years or older to see if they hold up, and this is a way it doesn't hold up.
All right. That's fair.
It definitely dates it. And it was interesting. I was watching the Cinema Sins of Everything Wrong. That's the Princess Diaries. And he talks about the soundtrack too. And he actually openly mocks it. And he'll like anytime a song would play when he was reviewing it, he would actually just like sing it out loud really badly based on the lyrics. Because an observation that he made is a lot of the music that they were using was trying to tie in directly to what was happening in the scene.
Oh, interesting.
So it kind of trying to evoke some sort of emotion or idea. And well, I can agree with.
You should leave the score for that type of
lifting. I mean, the only song I really did like was the Backstreet Boy one, but it has like almost nothing to. I mean, what makes you different makes you beautiful. But honestly, like she's 16. We don't need that kind of song for her.
I thought she was 19.
She was turning 16 in the movie. Anne Hathaway was 19, but Mia was 15 going on 16.
Oh, man, my mistake.
You've got many.
Some mistakes that this movie made, in my opinion, is... I don't know, guys. I know it was my first time watching it, but it just felt long. Just long. I felt like they should focus... I felt like they were trying to juggle like the main plot and then like 4 subplots. Yeah. I feel like they needed to like focus in on her becoming the princess or not. I think that's great. That is the meat of this movie. Give more focus to that and pick maybe 2 other relationships. Her and her friend, or her and this boy that she likes, or her and the bullies, or her and I feel like there's one more person.
Her and her mom.
Her and her mom. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah. Pick two of those, not all of them, please.
But Francisco, that's not how life works. That's not how life works. We have so many different relationships and dynamics.
This is the Princess Diary, the documentary. I didn't realize this is a documentary. Oh, okay. Yes. Then they should focus on. Oh, wait, it's not.
You know what else is not? Have you ever seen the movie poster for this? As someone who's never seen it, you have a teenage girl with sunglasses and headphones wearing a tiara. You think, this is an interesting story. It's about a teenage girl enjoying being a princess. But no, this whole movie, she runs away from that. And she's not embracing that at all.
Well, she's trying to
false advertisement. And plus, there's no diaries. There's one that shows up for 1 minute. And she doesn't even read or write in it. There's no multiple diaries. Paul. 1 star.
Go read the book. The whole book is set in a diary.
Oh, is it like mapped out like a diary?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, that's fun.
Well, and there's the movie didn't do.
Well, here's the thing. It wasn't really the best adaptation. Like they got some pointers from the author Meg Cabot, but she's like, it kind of exists on its own. It's a standalone. It's kind of an alternate reality of the Princess Diaries because it goes somewhere completely different. If we were judging this on
movie adaptations, it would not be a good one.
Oh, no. It's not a one-to-one. I mean, it really ends with just the name of the movie and the character because book Mia is very different than movie Mia. Okay. Julie Andrews' character in this movie, oh my gosh, she is not the same character in those books.
Really? Okay.
No.
A lot worse or a lot better?
Yes. She is horrid. And the father is alive in the books.
Okay, interesting.
And, they made a solid choice on not putting him in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So 1 star. No, I'm joking.
Gosh. Tell us how you really feel.
But yeah, I think they had a lot that was going well for the movie. I would prefer they just focus on those things. That's all. So, and because they didn't, I felt like it just sort of dragged. Let's go back to Ashley. Ashley, what's something else you didn't like?
Okay, something that I didn't really like was the length that the bullies went at the beach scene because honestly, like I understand being heinous, but that's like almost a criminal act. If those photographers had caught her in that moment of undress, that would have been a criminal act because it would have been public indecency.
Yes.
I mean, it's terrible. Like, bullies be bullying, but oh my gosh, the level of bully that they brought it to, the fact that they brought a photographer over and she just was lucky enough that mid-snap, she had everything positioned just right. But seriously, that could have been a crime. They should have gone to jail. Something should have happened to those girls. They didn't even get a slap on the wrist. And that was just heinous. As heinous as the beach was with Josh and just getting his 15 minutes and everything was just going wrong for Mia. The fact that those 3 girls decided to do that's just incredibly low, even for a bully. That's almost criminal.
So let me ask you a question. The payback, if you will, with the ice cream on
it's not good enough.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't feel it was good enough either. Now, but in the high school that I went to, if a girl did that to another girl, that would be a full-on girl fight. Like,
oh yeah.
Okay, so it's not just me.
It would have resulted in something
like
more.
Fisticuffs.
Yeah. Mandy should have.
They would have been like instead of just
would have retaliated, not just principal.
Yeah.
Somebody's weave would have been coming off.
Yeah. And they would have taken out their earrings too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make
Hold
sure.
My purse. Hold my purse.
That's fair. That is very fair. Yeah. I mean, can you think of anything? You said going to jail or some other sort of punishment.
I don't know. It's just I didn't feel like they got enough because the fact that those paparazzi were there and it's just like I just felt so bad for Mia and it's like seeing it now and it's like not recognizing just how heinous it was when I first saw it at 14. I'm just like, can you imagine like if you were at a beach party and like maybe you had some sort of fame and then someone did that to you and you were just almost it's just, it's horrendous.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. I mean, and I feel like if they were trying to give Mia a comeuppance for ditching her friends, I feel like that's not, that was way outweighed to the worst on her part. I feel like that's not a fair.
And Mia did nothing to these girls. It's just she was somehow more popular because she had a connection
I was about to say that she encroached on their popularity as well.
But she did nothing except exist.
Well,
yeah, it's what I'm guilty of too. Yeah.
Celeste, what existed in this film that you actually didn't care for?
I didn't care for the fact that Lily's just not a good friend.
Oh, amen.
Yeah,
preach.
Say
preach,
it again.
Preach.
I said that when she apologizes later, that she's like, I was getting jealous and whatnot. But even before she knew that Mia was a princess. Excuse me. She was just not a good friend. Like, who goes to their friend and goes, "Who ruined you?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Even if you think they have a bad haircut, you don't tell them that. Or if you do, you go, I might have done it a little different.
You know what I thought was worse? Her dad died 2 months ago, and she's saying,
Right.
"Get over it."
I thought you had gotten over it by now. What it's been 2 months? It's
that's another unbelievable moment. Like, who are these people? They don't. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, your father passes away. You're not getting over it in 2 months
or 2 years. Like, that's crazy.
Like, it's been a month for me, and it's still like, what?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you, Celeste. That was my next dislike, and I'll say the thing that really is what is it? A saddle in my burr, a burr in my saddle. There's whatever. It really sticks in my craw.
There you go.
Is that
a thorn in your side?
A thorn in my side. Yeah. That her friend. What was her name again?
Lily
Moskowitz.
She says like something to the effect of that she gets so irate because she looks so different. But I get the strong sense that if Mia had gone like shaved her head or gotten a tattoo or pierced her face up, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, you go. Look at you. You're awesome. It's you're classically beautiful. How dare you?" It's like, what the junk is that? That's so hypocritical.
She's trying to be a crowd.
Yeah, she didn't like it that she called it her new Lana Do. That's what she called it. She's like, "Oh, your new Lana Do," and like, because she knew how her friend was going to react. The fact that she had to wear a stinking hat and then her friend just goes off the rails.
Yeah, it's just so that is not a true friend.
Although I will say Heather Matarazzo did a fair job, especially towards the end when they're at the basketball scene and she's like, I'm rooting for you, like be a princess. The actress I thought did a good job there.
No, she did a good job, but I don't buy that character all of a sudden. It's like, oh, you're cool and famous. Oh, you have a reason to be classically beautiful. Oh, now I'll root for you. It's like,
you know what?
Talk about fair weather friends.
I was back and forth on a lot of
More
things.
More on that later.
Okay.
More on that later.
So that was my next dislike. Paul, give us your final dislike before we get to Tragic Makers.
Okay. The whole Master the Order of the Rose scene running into the trolley was
I thought that was cute.
Painful to watch.
Oh, because Nick Cage yelled Ferrari didn't come and smash it.
Everyone's like, "Where's Nick Cage?" No.
Exactly.
Look, I understand it's hard to fake act, but it was so obvious that it was just, Now, I understand, like, the idea of the scene is cute, but the way it was executed, I just thought was so painful to watch. It's like, obviously, they're making stuff up. They just want to get out of a ticket, and it just went on so long, and it was so painful for me to watch. I did not buy it at all.
Yeah, and part of me is also like, we escaped a crown. Why are we all like, ooh, king and queen, ooh?
To try to get out of the ticket.
No, I know. Why is the officer and the tram car guy being like, oh, you're a queen. Ooh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead. No, it's like, I don't care you're a queen.
Part of the unbelievableness is like, no.
See, but that makes sense to me, that part, them being fascinated with her, because I legitimately know a lot of people who are fascinated with royalty. They follow them like celebrities.
Yeah.
I guess I could see that.
And then she's interacting with them and she knows their name and she's having a conversation with the common folk.
Like I said,
the trolley people, if you will.
Goodbye,
trolley people.
It's cute, but the execution of it, I just found.
Yeah, it goes on a little too much. It goes on a little too long.
Very fair. All right. Well, now it's time to get to our Tragic Makers, the things we hated most about the Princess Diaries. And I'm going to pretty much just pretend you listened to Ashley's first dislike and just repeat that all here. Because that is my trash maker. That mom, get out of my movie.
Not my movie.
It's not my Princess Diaries. I get that some women, or actually anyone, some people are just free spirits and they just want to do what they want to do. Don't procreate because you're hurting your children.
You said don't procreate?
Yeah, because
I just want to make sure I heard that right.
Because it's unless that free spiritedness is tamed and you realize, okay, I can't be selfish anymore. I have another human being that is depending on me for pretty much everything for a long time. I need to prioritize them above myself. Unless you're married, then prioritize your spouse above your kids. But that's not her case. And so all the things of like, just like, I didn't want to be the queen. I didn't want to tell you about your dad because I just was protecting you. And it doesn't matter because really it probably would have been awkward for me to try to manage that. And you'd probably want to go visit and I wouldn't want you to go. And I'm injecting some stuff now. And then later on with like, I need to have romance in my life. So I know it makes you uncomfortable that I like your teacher, but there's only so many guys, and you know what? My feelings matter more. So
you
be okay
talk
with
about
this.
It a lot. You must like it or something.
What was that?
You talk about it so much. I'm starting to think you like it.
I'm trying to drive home the point, but I'll be done. Like I said, you could just re-listen to what Ashley said. That's pretty much my trash maker. So to carry on, Celeste, what's your tragic maker for this film?
My tragic maker was the whole storyline with Josh.
Oh, and Josh is a pretty boy. Who's the good one or the good one?
Michael.
His name is Michael.
If you want to call him the good one.
Okay.
I was about to say.
in the books, he's the one, but never mind.
Oh, okay. So Celeste. Okay, so Josh, greasy blonde boy.
Backstreet Boys felt needless. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, another story point. What Francisco was saying, there's too many story points.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yes.
It felt
fine.
Well, and then it resolved so quickly that it didn't feel like
necessary.
It felt like a throwaway storyline. Like maybe they might have put more effort into it, but they didn't.
Yeah, it's almost like it felt underdeveloped. It's like they just wanted something to get in the way of her and Michael being together, but it was so like surface level.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, I actually have a genuine, like maybe her and Josh grew up together and they were friends. And then he became a pretty boy and then they lost touch, but now there's a reconnection.
Nope.
It's just like,
he's cute. I want to kiss him.
Exactly.
I've got a crush on him.
Yeah.
I want him to look at me the way he looks at Lana.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
It's too many story points in this. And I know Ashley was saying, well, that's how life is. I get that, but
I was about to say.
If they had done the storyline with Josh and not had Michael in there, I think I would have been more okay with it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Being the two different love interests, it just felt not good.
Do you hate love triangles like Francisco?
I'm not a huge fan of them.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you like Hector Elizondo?
Elizondo.
Do you hate the mom too?
I actually liked the mom. I didn't like everything she did, but I did like the mom.
Yeah. Okay. I thought she was fine.
Yeah.
And I love you, Mom, in case you're listening.
I love my mom, but I don't like me as mom.
I love my mom in heaven. Let's go to we have Ashley or Paul.
What hate do you want? Pick your poison.
Paul, would you say you have a lot to say or not so much to say?
I don't have a lot to say.
Okay, Paul, what's your trash maker?
There's too many things that are way over the top in this film.
Okay.
In order for I think this story to work, you need a lot of grounding and let the idea of of a teenager finding out she's a princess, let that be the quote unquote over the topness, out of this worldness. Yeah, you don't have to have all these other things going on that are just over the top that drown that out. And so I think that's what hurts this film the most.
Yeah. Have any of you ever seen, I think it's called King Ralph with John Goodman?
I was about to say John Goodman, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, no, I have not.
It's a very similar story. He finds out he's an heir to a distant throne and he has to learn about being a king. And it seems a lot more like that's the main focus. There's some other ancillary things, but it's more like adapting to that. And he's more of like, think of like John Goodman, like Roseanne, John Goodman, that sort of archetype, trying to become a royalty. And there's a lot of like clashing in that.
Almost like a fish out of water story.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like
yeah.
him trying with him accepting it, or this is like her rejecting it and still a fish out of water.
Yeah,
which doesn't kind of
it's
make
been a long time since I watched it. But
there's like too many fish out of water, and maybe it's too much going on, like you were saying, Francisco.
I think so, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah,
I'm curious if the book. It sounds like Celeste and Ashley, you've read the books, or at least this first one. Do you get a sense that they have a lot more interesting things that develop out of her being this average teenager that finds out she's a princess?
You get to know her better.
Okay.
Much, much better. And it's not just surface level and her awkward interactions. And
you also have more time to deal with all the players.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Her reactions feel more normal.
Yeah, and it's an entire book series too. So you get to know her from like 15, and the last one that came out, she's like 26, and she gets married and has kids.
I was about to say she becomes Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, indeed.
And here she goes again.
Indeed. Why?
I'm trying to think of an ABBA joke, but nothing's coming to me. So Ashley, land this and end with your tragic maker for this film.
Okay, so we've already established that Lily is a terrible friend.
Yes.
I'm just gonna
hold on. Paul, do you like Lily as a friend?
Yes and no.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I mean,
if you'd like to expand, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to let Ashley take it away.
Yeah, go for it, Ashley.
Okay.
I was going to say, not only is Lily a terrible friend, Lily is just a terrible human. Honestly, she is the worst part in this movie for me. Anytime she is on screen, I just want to shake her and then slap her in the face. She is
Heather.
so rude, so self-centered.
I thought you were
my cable show. You didn't work on it.
I'm just like the dialogue, the way that she treated her friend and then just expected her to just do everything that she asked.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. She just expects everything from Mia, but then she doesn't do anything for her. Yep. There's no give and take. It's take.
Hold on, Ashley. She gave her a charm bracelet.
I don't care. And then she's forcing her ideals on everybody in existence. And I actually brought up some of her quotes just to look at some of the dialogue when she actually sees Mia when she's had her makeover. And she says, "Who destroyed you?" And she says, "You look ridiculous. You should sue."
Which is a funny line. Because you don't expect it.
I know. But then it gets, and then she's just like, oh my goodness. And then she goes, I know it's a little straighter and shorter. And she goes, weirder. And then Michael goes, an attractive weirder. And he's like, no, it's not attractive. And then later on, she says, you're morphing into one of them. Next week, you'll be waving pom-poms in my face. So she's just equating that because Mia has changed her look. She's more polished because her grandmother made her basically do this. That somehow she's just going to be a clone of the popular kids. And it's like, how long have you known her? How long have you been friends that you think so lowly of your friend that you think she's just going to ditch her now that she looks like one of the popular girls? And oh my gosh, she's just so incredibly insufferable. She's rude to her friend. She's rude to her brother. She's rude to the guy she ends up bringing to the dinner at the end. But oh my gosh.
Oh, the one with the pink hair that's on her cable show?
Yeah.
And she's like, I can only stand him for so long. Well, then why did you invite him?
No, and the worst part is she says, you shouldn't treat women that way, basically making them a vending machine. What vending machine gives you just money? It's a reverse vending machine, okay? And it's just like she has a comment for everything. And she's just like, I don't know. She just strikes me as a modern day like feminist social justice warrior, but well before her time. And I don't know. I just don't like that kind of stereotype. And it's just she's too much for me. And I kind of question like how could someone like Mia, who's a little clumsy, awkward, shy, has her rock climbing, and she has all these things that she likes. How can she be friends with someone like Lily? Unless, like, they must have known each other for years and years and years. But you can
That's
only
what I
take.
was gonna say, yeah.
It's like, have some self-respect. I'm like so proud of her when she finally like stands up to her later on. But oh my gosh, it's like, Mia, you need to have a backbone, because she's just going to keep steamrolling you and steamrolling you and and Book Lily is terrible too. She eventually like comes around in the very, very, she's awful. She's just as bad as movie Lily, but she eventually like comes around and she realizes just how awful she is. We don't really necessarily quite have that here.
Not so
she
much.
apologizes and she's like, oh, but I want you to be. It's like, because you want to use her for your own selfish gains.
Yeah, that's the feeling I get.
Now, I will say she is supposed to be a 15-year-old girl.
Right.
And
I know, but I hate it. I was not like that at 15.
I was
don't
about
know.
to say, I as a teenager, I was guilty of it, and a lot of it comes from, at least for me, is you're not aware of how selfish you are.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
And then the contrast to Mia saying like how selfish she is, that she would only think of herself, and how many times she said I'm like, most 15-year-olds don't have that level of awareness. And it's like, really, she's feeling so bad, like she has to step up and be princess because she's so selfish and she can do good. It's like the contrast between her and Lily is just like,
Oh, so the problem is Mia's too good of a character.
Not necessarily, but Lily is just a horrible human being. So,
oh my,
she's the worst part of this movie, hands down.
Well, I'm very curious now that we've entered all our target information into the firing computer, what our final ratings for The Princess Diaries will be. Alice, get us there.
Firing solution complete. Rating salvo armed and ready to fire on your mark.
All right, guys, time for the moment of truth. Do we rate The Princess Diaries a classic? We'd recommend, if you've never seen it before, then definitely seek it out. Not to mention, a rewatch is totally worth your time. Do we rate it a nostalgic? If you've enjoyed it before, then you'll enjoy it again for sure. If you're in the mood for a family comedy. But if you've never seen it before, watch it, once at least for the memes, probably at 2x speed, knowing you could end up really liking it or loathing it. Or do we rate it a tragic? If you've never seen it before, keep it that way. And if you have seen it before, don't sully any good memories you have of it with a rewatch. So let's go to our guests. Ashley, you had predicted classic. What was your final rating? Tragic. Okay, let's move on to Celeste.
Francisco, don't put words.
Tragic also. Oh, wow, this is good. Turn it around. Wow.
Captain Tragic. Hey, Captain Tragic. Yes,
He's
you are.
Our hero.
Because that is gonna rate all these movies 0. But beyond that. Okay, you've heard me complain about all the things that I didn't like, and how I said Lily is just a horrible human being, and she just kind of just rains on my parade when I'm watching this movie. I did say initially, I thought it was going to be a classic. I saw this movie when it first came out. I had the fondest memories of it. Even a rewatch maybe 10 or so years ago was still enjoyable. But as I get older, I find that I get more critical of things that I may have loved at one point in time.
Maybe you're hanging too much around Captain Tragic.
And I mean, I find that Francisco and I oftentimes have similar viewpoints, but they are not necessarily the same.
Do you find that happening more as you get older?
A little bit here and there, but I'll tell you this much. Okay. I rated this movie initially classic. It doesn't hold up to that same label. I can't call it a tragic because there's still a lot of parts of this movie I really still enjoy. Yeah. Anne Hathaway is incredibly charming. I love Julie Andrews. I love their dynamic. I love Joe. I just love this coming of age tale, as over the top as some of these scenes can be. Even if Lily rains on my parade, she doesn't totally rain on my movie. So I'm going to give it a nostalgic.
You know what I just realized? Lily and she's I forget if she's the one she's on Just Shoot Me, but she's the friend of Vivian in Pretty Woman that is the other hooker. And yeah, I don't like her either. But I think it's a similar dynamic.
Character, similar vibe you're getting?
Yeah, exactly. I had totally forgotten about her until just now, but yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so nostalgic you said, Ashley, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nostalgic for Ashley. Celeste, you had rated it. You had predicted classic. Where did it end up for you?
I'm going to stick with classic because it's one of those that it has its issues, but it gives you a feeling that you don't get from a lot of movies anymore. It gives you that feeling of magic. It gives you that wonder. It's a fun movie. Like, again, has its issues. It's definitely dated, but it's one of those that I feel like most people should at least watch.
Okay.
Very fair. Very fair. All right. Thank you, Celeste. Now, before we get to me and Paul, we go to our Fire Guard. You guys get to vote on these movies as well. I'll always put up a post on firejoystudios.com saying, hey, do you rate the movie we're about to cover classic, nostalgic, or tragic if you've seen the last couple of years? And you guys that voted rated it unanimously a classic. So a classic from the Fire Guard. So far we have 1 nostalgic and 2 classics. Paul, how will these, I'm curious if these scales will tip at all.
Yeah.
You had predicted nostalgic.
Well, actually, what's interesting, I'm checking my notes. I thought I predicted nostalgic, but actually in my notes, I predicted classic.
Oh, okay, weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so did I mishear you before?
No. I just forgot. I just didn't check my notes when I looked back. But anyway, but like Ashley, I'm going to land on nostalgic because I think if you enjoyed it before, you will enjoy it again. Except if you're married to Captain Tragic.
Oh my gosh. Calling it right now.
But if you haven't seen it, I would say skip it. It's like you're not missing that much.
Okay. But you maybe see it for the memes on 2x speed.
What memes?
Watch the second one for the moose scene.
Okay.
There are plenty of memes.
Are there? Okay.
There are.
Yeah, didn't you say there's a Gupta meme?
Oh yeah, no, they took the audio from the vice principal answering the phone going, Gupta. And then she hangs up. And no, I've seen it in like YouTube shorts. People have isolated that audio and yeah, they've made it into memes. It's so silly.
Funny. All right. So we have 2 nostalgics and 2 classics. So it's up to me.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I had predicted tragic, and a tragic is not where this will be.
What?
I actually liked it enough to bump it up to nostalgic.
Surprising me, Francisco.
Really, if Hector Elizondo was in this movie, it'd be a tragic. Dead in the water.
An instant tragedy.
That's a fair assessment.
But no, there was I remember I certainly laughed and caught myself smiling at several moments in this movie. I wish it would be so much closer to a classic if it was just like half an hour less. It's just too much. I think they're trying to do too much. And I get it's a book, so you're wanting to. People that are fans of the book want to enjoy those aspects, but I don't think it serves the movie audience very well. So I think it's worth watching at least one time, but I think your mileage will very much vary, whether you'll like it or loathe it. So with 3 nostalgics and 2 classics, the Retro Rewind podcast rates The Princess Diaries a disputed nostalgic film. We'd recommend seeing it. Maybe now it's time to go back to our own time. A good old 20XX.
I beg your pardon?
20XX.
Calm sat online, awaiting incoming transmissions.
Feels good to be back. But we wouldn't have been able to travel back to 2001 to begin with if it weren't for our amazing Fire Guard. First off, our Fire Knights, Deborah Powers, Dustin He's a Big Deal Warford, Kennethan, and Flux. And our Fire Guard, Ashley Ruiz. Oh, you're right here. Woo! Brian Scott, Dale, Daryl Hafner, Drill of the Cellcast, D. Tungsten, Fabulous Lomax, Geek Devotions. Oh, you're right here too. Gaiden, Mary Kay Cronenbetter, Cool Deluxe, Redeemed Otaku, Ryan Frostad, and that's our Babo. In addition to one other royally awesome patron as well. Thank you all so much for keeping the gigawatts coming. And if you want to help keep us flying and get bonus content for your generosity, head over to firejoystudios.com/support to start.
Say, Francisco, are there any complimentary ways to show some support?
Why, you know what? You can always compliment us with a 5-star review on your preferred podcast player. Or better yet, if you likely enjoyed this episode if you made it this far. So if you aren't driving, tap the share icon in your podcast player for this episode and send it to one of your friends saying, I know you like the Princess Diaries, so I thought you'd like this podcast reminiscing about it.
Cool. And I'll bet they'll thank you for it.
Well, yeah.
And speaking of thanking people, we want to give a big virtual royal hug to our guest hosts for supporting us with their thoughts on the Princess Diaries. And since I like to go in alphabetical order, we'll start with Ashley Ruiz. Thank you for joining us and sharing your thoughts on the Princess Diaries.
Yeah, thanks for having me once again.
Yeah, of course.
And also Celeste Mora. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
Indeed. Yes, thank you again so much, Ashley and Celeste, my royally awesome friend Paul, the artist Ayutrick for enhancing our music, and all you rewinders, new and old, for another fun voyage.
This podcast is a proud member of Culture Box. Whether you enjoy geeky reviews, comedy, or original fiction, you can open up the Culture Box and find something excellent for your soul. Point your web browser to culturebox.media.
And as Fat Louie just said, we are now part of the Culture Box Media Network. Find all the shows unpacking truth through story, comedy, and geekery at culturebox.media.
Thank you, EXO, and thank you for listening. We pray you're more joyful today than when you first hit play. But like a Pokemon, we gotta catch you all for Escape from New York, our next adventure on the Retro Rewind podcast.
Retro Rewind mission complete. Proceed to base to await next mission.